Morning, everybody. I'll call the meeting to public safety order at 10:30 a.m. Becky, would you do roll call, please?
Mike Copine,
Here.
Keen Hudson,
Present.
Katie White, Angie Shipkert.
Here.
Mike Pearson.
Here.
Thank you.
Okay, we got anybody from the public that would like to say anything? Everybody's a county official. Good to go. Okay, has everybody read the minutes from last month's meeting? Any corrections, additions, changes of any kind to be made? If not, they'll stand approved as published. And we'll start out, Terry from Animal Control. Well, you have some stuff to share with us?
I guess I just have the graphs if anybody has any questions. Otherwise, I don't have anything.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions? Those are on the packet minutes there. Is anything increased or decreased, Terry?
Other than the first graph with the entries, we've had animals born in the shelter or facility. We had also on the exit quite a few euthanized. Those were also the eviction cats. Other than that, I think basically everything is a lot more vaccines, I guess, but.
Okay. Are there any people that are regularly breeding dogs that may end up that are being brought to Lee County Animal Facility because they can't sell them or they can't find homes for them?
No, I mean, they're breeding dogs and somehow getting, placing them, but I feel like, you'd have to track that to actually know that we've brought them into the facility. Like if they give a puppy to someone and that puppy doesn't work out, they may give it up or it's a stray and they don't come claim it. That's kind of hard to track.
I haven't looked anything up yet, primarily because it's only been about a 2-week period of time, but is there anything in place as far as breeders, people?
We have the breeders that we knew, there's a few of them, maybe a handful, that cooperate very well. There are some that are not really cooperating. They didn't renew their application. So, and that's yearly. So we will have to go kind of after them to either not breed or do an application.
Okay, has there ever been any serious actions or disagreements on their part between animal control and what they're doing by not complying?
We have one lady in Dixon that is reading into the ordinance a little more than need be because it should have been like an or. It's just the wording in the ordinance. So I think we kind of need to update that.
Okay.
At some point. It's not first on my list, really.
Thank you. Does anybody else have any questions of Terry? Thanks, Terry. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Mike.
We did have a situation that there was a board action report or request to be made, but we're going to handle that in a different fashion. So that'll be addressed at a later time. Okay, Circuit Clerk.
Morning.
Morning.
I just wanted to let you know we are wrapping up our court technology grant and we should have all the invoices and everything paid out by June 30th, the deadline. So That's a good thing. Also, in regards to our case management system, we do have one more demo coming up next Tuesday. So we will hope to wrap that up very soon
Okay,
and deciding on what we're doing. And that's all I've got.
thank you. Any questions for Amy? I've been calling you Nancy, but I didn't think that would be.
That's okay.
Okay. Thanks, Amy.
Thank you.
See the sheriff. Okay. Well, let's go to Mr. Lally, Emergency Management Agency. Have you got anything you'd like to share, Kevin? Are we done yet?
Kevin, did you want to talk about your training?
The FEMA has recently changed some of the training required for those operating within the EOC, the Emergency Operations Center. So we're doing a G402 class. It's elected officials, senior official class to give some training to those that do operate out of the EOC. And we had class yesterday. It was well attended. We had good comments about it. We'll be doing another one next Monday morning. And we're going to try to get everybody through this as easily as we can. FEMA likes to throw down new regulations, which they did. And then they say, if you don't follow these regulations, you just don't get funding. And that funding can be that money that I receive quarterly, that can be all the way up to not receiving disaster assistance if we have something happen in the county. So it's something I'm want to really make sure we pay attention to and get everything done to their satisfaction.
So if you haven't signed up, make sure you do. Reach out to Kevin.
Anybody's welcome. We have a select, people in different positions, but anybody's welcome to come that wants to. It's 9 o'clock Monday morning. Just drop me an email. Just make sure we have enough handouts for everybody, though. There's plenty of paperwork to go around that day, so I want to make sure we have enough. So,
Okay. Anybody have any questions? Yes, sir.
If I might just make a comment, I attended that yesterday and anticipated that boring FEMA stuff and was very pleasantly surprised. Kevin puts a lot of what's going on in our county, what's happened. It was very interesting and it was really good training. Terry was there with me and I think would agree. It was very good. So don't be afraid to go.
What was the out of county participation like, Kevin?
it's all within the county. So each county
Okay.
has to do this. So we're
Okay.
every county will be doing somewhat of the same thing, training their people to operate with.
So it's all in county oriented.
Yeah,
only?
No, it's FEMA level that's relates to the EOC, and then get into some detail. There's a task book that we'll have to work through. Task book is, have you ever done this? Have you done that? And we'll run a tabletop exercise to make sure everybody can check off the boxes on their task book. So
Okay.
we'll get through it easily. It's not that big a deal. So, but I just want to make sure that we, again, check off all their check boxes so that we don't miss out on any funding that's available through the federal government.
Okay, I'll eliminate the phone tag. If you want to put me down, I'll be up Monday.
Perfect. Sounds
Okay.
good.
Any other questions for Kevin? Okay, thanks, Kevin. Appreciate it. Okay, probation department, Stacy, it's your turn.
Good morning.
Morning.
My office has been running a little bit short for the last couple of months. We have one employee that has been off work due to medical purposes, so a little bit of adjustment that we've had within my office, just shuffling things around to make sure that work is still getting completed every day, short one employee. Within the last couple of weeks, there was a number of us that were able to attend a national conference for problem-solving courts. So we had a group of us from the courts building, treatment facilities, that were able to attend this conference that was 4 days. If you recall, we have a federal grant for just less than $1 million that was able to provide some funding for some of the people to go to that conference as well. So we always appreciate having those grants and the money that we can bring forth to provide services from those grants. Any questions?
Any questions for Stacy? Okay, thanks, Stacy. Appreciate it. Sheriff, it's your turn.
I think I submitted a report that hopefully got onboarded, so I didn't have anything else other than that report. Unless there's any questions.
You have been incident-free for a short period of time?
I've been incident free? No, that's why I'm late. I've been juggling all the morning.
Okay. All right, thanks, sir. Anybody have any questions for the sheriff? Okay, thanks, Sheriff. State Attorney, Mr. Boonstra, it's your turn.
Hey, thanks. So a group of the attorneys from my office, including myself, also attended the NADCP conference with Stacy and her group, as well as a couple of the judges, and then some of the treatment providers. I think it went really well, and we were able to bring back some of the new techniques that are being used and discuss some of the problem-solving issues that are coming through our court system. In the last couple months, we've closed around 75 felony matters that would also include petition to revoke probation cases, as well as the new underlying charges. Right now, we've got a little over 140 new felony cases that were filed this year. It's a little bit of an uptick from last year. So we're working through those. I think part of that as well is that we're filing more IDOC cases from Dixon Correctional, those cases that happen either if it's an inmate on guard type of situation. We're filing more of those more than have been in the last 10 years. So we're trying to do the best we can to support them out there as well. The trials are going through September. Have many trials that are lined up right now, trying to work through some of the backlogs that happened through COVID, but we're getting there and we're going to get through them. Wrapping up some of the issues that some of you may have heard about at the first meeting with lots in the Reagan Mass Transit District, just getting those squared away before we get to July 1st, and we'll be ready to go then. Other than that, I can give you a little bit of the collections report if you'd like.
Okay, go ahead.
Last month, as of May 31st, because we don't have anything for June yet, still in the middle of it, $4,392.77 were the totals collected. For the year, and Becky, let me know if you need me to repeat any of these, $19,608.58. $19,608.58.
Have the other issues been resolved as far as the?
We gave Harrison Harris our notice that we were going to be moving to somewhere else, and now we're going to be moving over to pay court for collections.
Okay. Anybody have any questions for the state's attorney? Okay. Thanks, Charlie. Appreciate it. Okay, Mr. Administrator, anything new? I don't have anything new as far as the abandoned properties myself.
No, we did not meet last week. As we were working through some updates and changes to what we're trying to do. There is an update. We are working with Dixon Rural Fire Department on a closure just outside of Dixon city limits of a commercial property, which is something that has been a nuisance for quite some time. So I think we're going to be seeing a resolution to that here pretty soon. We have a handful of other larger commercial and industrial properties that we're still working on, as well as some of the residential properties. So hopefully at the next meeting, we might have a little bit more to report to you. But as of right now, we're still kind of moving forward on a handful of the pieces. Unfortunately, it just takes time. So.
Any questions for Jeremy? We're all getting off pretty easy. All right. Thanks, Jeremy. I appreciate it. Mr. Co-Chair, I overlooked you for any comments. And Paul, did you have anything you wanted to bring up? You've covered quite a bit of stuff here the last few days. So appreciate that. The meeting, by the way, the retreat, I thought was fantastic. You did a good job. So, okay, I have nothing under unfinished business, nothing for new business, unless Mr. Boonstra has anything for an executive session.
No, sir.
Okay, entertain a motion to adjourn, just by Mr. Hudson, seconded by Mr. Pearson. Any discussion? All those in favor signify